Are you ready?
We are live on the mic with our host DJ Deuce and Bamboo Bam.
Bam!
Let's get this show started.
Yo, we're live on the mic. I'm DJ Deuce, and I'm here with Bam of all Bam, Bamboo.
Yeah. What's good?
Still
man?
sipping on coffee, Bam? Or tea, sorry?
Tea, man. I'm a tea man.
Yeah, tea, man. What kind of tea you drinking? Give it a shout
Actually, just regular.
Look at you slipping already.
Regular
already.
red rose. Regular red
I
rose.
don't want to talk to you no more.
You know?
Anyways, everybody subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. That's Live on the Mic podcast. Press the subscribe button, hit the notification, and every time we go live, you can ask questions and be a part of the show.
That's right. Talk
That
some
ain't
shit.
good enough. Talk some shit. Do it.
Talk some shit.
Always
you
talk
know?
shit with Bam. You know what? Even better. Go on Clash TV.
Ooh.
Download the app. We have claps. Me versus Bam every
That's right.
single episode.
Let's bam them out, people. Let's bam them out.
Bam's a cheater.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We'll talk about that another time. Anyways, we have a special guest today. She's a DJ. She's originally from where I'm from, but now is killing Miami. Let's get her on.
Yeah.
DJ Katrella. How you doing, girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I'm good. You know, happy winter's in the back, back rearview mirror. It's gone a little bit. We don't want to talk about that shit. You know you've done some winters up here. It's too cold. Bam loves it, but I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Nothing wrong with the winter, man.
I don't miss the cold, that's for sure.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Bam loves the cold. He's always like, nah. But for a guy that loves the cold, I don't even understand. He doesn't like ski or skidoo or some shit like that.
Well, that's why I'm not cold. You know?
Bam,
Well,
questions.
me,
Yeah,
when it comes to work, I'd rather work in the cold than the summertime. You know what I mean? So that's just the way I am. Because if I'm working, I'm warm. You know what I mean?
Or-
If it's hot and you're working, it's fucking super hot.
If you're cold, you're not working hard enough.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, okay. I can't stand the cold regardless. I'm the one that I used to love playing hockey. I used to do the tobogganing. And at a certain age, I just gave all that shit up. I said, I don't like the cold enough to do all these activities.
And I came down here.
Yeah, exactly. You just ran away. You're like, fuck
Yeah.
this. One more snowfall. You're like, I'm out of here.
Right after the one summer, I was like, it's about to get real cold again. I'm out.
And you're like, I can DJ anywhere the fuck I want. So let's get out of here. Makes sense. See?
It worked out.
Yeah, good for you. Katrella, we're going to get into you after, but there's a couple of subjects that's been hitting us within the last couple of weeks, and one of them is the mass shooting. And I say shooting, but lately it's shootings, since technically there's been a couple within 10 days apart. And
Always mass shooting in the States, man.
But you say always. I don't know. You look up some stats, and some are unbelievable. Some there's almost one every day. They say, I don't know what they consider one every day, but like the one in Buffalo, the kid's 18, and supposedly he was wearing a helmet with live streaming gear while he's doing this. You know what I mean? At a supermarket. Like, yeah. Bam, like this is technically was a racist situation.
Oh,
what's your take on this, Bam?
Well, honestly, man, like that could have been the worst thing ever. You get what I'm saying? Because, he's trying to promote some shit, get some racism in the bigs, you know what I mean? But all it's going to do is irritate the brothers. And people already say we got too many fucking guns as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really want to piss us off? Do you really want us to get out? You get what I'm saying? Because gun control should be in play, but it's not. You get what I'm saying? So really act up and think about it for a second and go, holy fuck, if every side start wilding the fuck out, there's a problem. You know what I mean? A big problem.
Well, there's already too big of a problem as is.
It's a problem as it is, and, they won't address the right issue. You know what I mean? They won't address the right issue. They keep talking about, we want to take your guns, or, you need a background check. We need to check your mental status, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. Gun company. Simple and fucking plain.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody needs to be liable over there. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Katrella, do you think that a background check is even enough? Like, because you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. At 18, if you gave me a gun, I probably have lost my lid a few times. I probably would have did something stupid. I'm just saying, overreacting, stupid, maybe some alcohol being influenced. But, you caught me on a Monday when I'm good, and you give me a mental psych, and I'm pretty good.
I think there's a lot more that's wrong with society than just gun control. I don't think that that's the only solution. I feel like education, the media needs to clean up their act. Definitely, with all the information out there, we should be educating younger people, about gun control and what would happen. Imagine seeing your friends get killed. It's awful. It's really terrible. There should be educating people more on the consequences and what's really going on. And instead of, I don't think that a background check would be the solution.
I don't think it's enough.
There's the point right there. She's talking about the consequences. There's no consequences.
Absolutely.
If there's a shooting in the hood, it's an 18-year-old black man that did all this shooting, but the guy in Buffalo is an 18-year-old teenager.
Yeah.
There's the difference of consequences.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? That the bottom line is the way people view each other is the problem. You get what I'm saying? But back to the fact of the matter is the gun companies.
Guys, 18 years old, you can buy a gun. 18.
Yeah.
But can't buy a pack of smokes.
Yeah, no, there's something wrong with that for sure. Definitely, yeah.
I don't know many 18-year-olds that made great decisions in life. And I'm not saying that some would be a mass shooter or you know what I mean? Even like, I fucked around with a gun and I shot my friend by accident. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's way too young to have guns. I think at least 21. In the United States, the drinking age is 21. So you can drink before you can own a gun.
I would think that'd be
It just doesn't make sense. But I don't think that taking people's guns away entirely is the solution either.
No, really. I'm a nay for guns. I'm a get rid of them all. Like, I don't know.
I'm for everybody's allowed to have a gun. I think everybody should have the right to have a gun. Like I said, the problem is
we're at the point it's gone too fucking far. We might also have to own a gun now.
Well, the problem is they need too many.
They're not going to be able to take everybody's guns away, especially in Canada where we can't have guns regardless. But in America, it's part of the Constitution. It's always been like that. And
it's not Canadians can't have guns.
Right.
There's no gun companies in Canada making guns.
I guess we can't go to a Walmart or we can't go to the bank account. They open a bank account and get a free rifle.
And I don't think it should be so formal in America either. I think it's a little too much promoted. Like, oh yeah, come get a free credit card and a gun. I think that's
right. That's
ridiculous.
Like, why not? You know what I mean?
It's
But here, I like that deal. I like that deal. Give me a credit card and a gun, but that gun should have a biometric fucking palm print on there or something that they know that gun is registered to me, and nobody else can fire that gun. So if I use that gun in the mass shooting, it's me. You get what I'm saying? Nowadays, gun shooting, now you got to figure out who the fuck shot the person. Then you got to go chase the motherfucker down. No. We know which gun that was.
Yeah, I see your point.
You know what I mean?
Technology, there should absolutely be no need for investigations like that.
Well, we open our phones with our faces now, no?
Right.
Like,
but the politicians are too busy going, hey, well, let's check your brain, see if you're okay. Let's talk about taking away guns. Let's do this. No, hold on. Hey, Smith and Wesson, put this on your gun if you want to sell it in this country.
Okay, you guys
because can't buy a fucking car without anti-lock brakes and fucking airbags, can you?
True.
No, there's certain standards. Raise the fucking standards on guns.
Okay, you guys are both pro guns, not pro, but I mean owning one if you want to own one. I want you guys to.
This is coming from a guy who's been shot 6 times.
Okay, congratulations.
I'm just saying.
For stealing a BMX, by the way.
I'm just saying.
Those are not facts.
50 cents still pro gun.
I just want to know I want you guys to convince me to become one of these. Why would everyone should have shown up? Like, if it ain't for fucking target practice,
you need to be able to protect yourself. There's a lot of crazy people as well, and the majority of society, I'd like to believe.
Katrella, if you pointed a gun at someone,
I would never point a gun at somebody.
Okay, I'm just saying, not everyone. Everyone has a gun. There's only a few types of people out there that will actually pull the trigger.
Right, exactly. And I think that if I were to have a gun in my own home and not leave my home with it, but to have I'm a young single woman who lives alone in Miami.
Don't say that. You're not. You have a boyfriend and 8 bodyguards. Yes. All right.
I would feel more comfortable having some sort of protection in my own home. There's crazy
comfortability. People. Okay. I like that. Comfortability.
I feel like every individual has the right to protect themselves.
I'm at the point where I'd say get rid of all guns, but that's never gonna happen. So now we're at a point where it's like we have to either join them because it's at a point where we're gonna be fucking, people can actually take us over now. You know what I mean? But bam, you're back home. You never ended up. Did you ever own a gun at one point?
Yeah, I refuse to answer that under the I don't need to be incriminating myself in any form of fashion.
Yes.
But you know, I mean, I
You have
have
a
been,
friend
I've
that
been,
owns a gun?
I've been in very close proximity of guns. Let's put
Yes.
it that way. You know, and they are very freely obtainable. You know what I mean? You can get one easy as a mother. Actually, I can speak on this one. I had a friend that I had a manager for a shoe company I was working for, and her friend was like, "Yeah, I'm going to get me a gun today." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." This motherfucker shows up with a motherfucker 12 gauge pump shotgun and is sitting in the back seat. I go, "Really?" 35 minutes. He walked in the
Wow.
store. 35 minutes, came out with the motherfucker. I'm standing there with the fucking gun in my hand, and everybody looking at me like, "Oh, should we call the police or not?"
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, call the police. Fuck.
No. But the fact of the matter is, by law, I'm allowed to have.
But is this okay? I'm not sure. I'm asking you guys. Is this without a gun license? Is this like
No, you don't need a gun license for a
Jesus
shotgun.
Christ? This is insane.
You
I
only
don't
need a
know.
gun You only need a gun license for a handgun.
Oh, but blasting someone's completely head right off. You don't need one. Okay,
Nope.
I get it. Okay, that totally doesn't make sense again.
That's this. Oh, see here, they make you have a license when it comes to long rifles, and they make you go through
Now,
the
okay.
check and the so
Now
on
let's
and so on.
talk about like okay, guns. Okay, I'm convinced. She tells me, we'd feel safer. We feel everyone had one another, and I get it. She's right. You know what I mean? If there's one right there, I do probably would feel a lot safer. I get it.
I think it's like up to the parents too.
Of course. But a
Like,
semi-automatic, like
Getting
these,
a hold of your guns, that's absolutely unacceptable.
but I'm talking about the semi-automatics now that are out there. Like these people are like playing fucking Call of Duty in real life now. Like there's a certain level of gun that I think is absolutely ridiculous.
Well,
Right.
of course.
And there
I
has
agree.
to be some sort of, standard, and there has to be rules and regulations associated with it. But I don't think that taking away everybody's guns is a solution. And also getting automatic guns to go off, everybody can buy them. I don't think that's right either.
But there you
No,
go.
I think
So
I think
that
that's
brings up-
gone. Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, no, it brings it all back to the gun company, which they are untouchable. You understand? Nobody can't touch them. They put in law that they can't be sued for nada. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing, but they can manufacture as much fucking guns as they want to without being responsible for the consequences.
That's
You know
also
what I mean?
like the pharmaceutical companies, same thing.
Yep. So
They're not held accountable for anything. And then,
They-
no, I don't agree with that either.
That's another subject. You're absolutely right with that. It's at the end of the day, it should be the top people. Like you're creating, like Bam said, you're creating guns that everyone could have access to and shoot. We have the technology today
to make them
to
safer.
prevent that. Because
Right.
if Bam bought a gun and it's his handprint or thumbprint or whatever the fuck it is, I could steal his gun and it doesn't work. You know what I mean? It doesn't work for
I
me.
know there should be some sort of technology that controls that for sure.
Today, actually, I heard on the radio today speaking about this. Canada is changing. They're putting a law into place where even people with the licenses, with their guns, rifles, or whatever, if you get in an argument with your spouse or something, and you get charged or stalking or uttering death threats, they can take your fucking license away from you and your gun. They putting that in play now. Before they didn't do it, which is understandable because, like I said, people are fucking nuts. You understand? People are unpredictable. You never know what someone would do in a certain situation, and that's understandable because, like she said, she's single. She's at home. If somebody comes through that door, in her mind, she's right now, I won't shoot nobody, but if someone comes through that door ready to hurt her, she will shoot that fucking gun.
Absolutely. Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
In my own
So
home.
does that make you crazy? No. You know what I mean? So it
It
depends
could
on the
save my
situation.
life. Yeah.
Right.
But no,
So-
but me and her start dating, and then she's waving at me and calling me a motherfucker. Now do we take the gun away from her if she's in Canada?
yes. Now you take the gun
It's
away
like, I'm gonna
because now
get you. You know what I mean?
there's a problem
Yeah, I know,
there,
that's-
right?
Well,
crazy.
see, like there's the mass shooting in Texas, and this is what kills me, like the kids.
I'm really upset about that one.
the kids. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to be a little fucking psychopath to kill someone, leave the fucking kids alone. Like, you know what I mean?
The children, it's just
Now you're a parent.
how yeah. How
You're
does
a
someone-
parent. Your kids are at school. You think they're safe. Maybe a bully's the worst thing you have to worry about your
Yeah.
kid being at school. And now there's a fucking moron that walks in there with guns and shooting little kids and teachers. What the fuck? Like this is like there's certain points where you're just like, what the fuck? There's
Yeah, no,
certain it's disgusting.
it's disturbing. It really is. It's awful. Every time that happens, there's a mass shooting, especially with children involved. It is disturbing, and I don't.
Why is it always a school, by the way?
How any human being could ever bring themselves to do that.
Because people are always looking for the most impact. How can I hurt people the most? You get what I'm saying? And going after someone's child is going to devastate a lot of fucking people, and that's going to resonate around the fucking planet. And when I found out how many kids died, I was pissed. I was like, man, and especially for Texas, it's legal to carry now. So how the hell did he get from where he was to where he went, without encountering somebody with a fucking gun? You understand what I'm saying? It should have been a shootout somewhere else. You get what I'm saying? So I just don't get it.
It wasn't handled properly.
No,
absolutely. It's very sad.
Because everybody running around, I got a gun, I'm cool, I got a gun, I don't give a fuck about him. See, there's the mentality. And
do you think it became more comfortable seeing a guy with a gun? Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, pretty much.
Interesting.
It's terrible.
Now they're talking about arming the teachers.
Oh, they already armed, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but like it has to happen.
It's a bad.
I agree with that. I think that teachers absolutely, if there's school shootings, the teacher should have guns on
This
them.
has been like years. Even here, like it's.
I think it's a bad scenario,
guys. There's so many school shootings that I think most people are almost not even bothered by it. You know when something becomes so much that it becomes almost a norm? This is like, people don't really talk about this as much as they actually should. Like when I'm walking, like when I go to work and I talk to them, this doesn't get brought up because it's like, it's another school shooting.
That's a problem too.
Yeah.
I think
it is a problem.
More awareness, absolutely. Everybody should be talking about it.
Yeah, but I'm totally against teachers having guns.
You're...
They did. I'm sorry. They did it.
Katrella, get him.
They did to educate. They did to educate your kids, not teach your kids to be like, hey, I got a gun.
I don't think it should be something advertised, or that it should be locked up somewhere safe. And if there is an incident that somebody who is already inside the school can handle it appropriately, and the most responsible person would be the teacher or principal or whoever.
Yeah. Well, they might need to re-examine how they conduct the school, because anybody can just walk into a school in any fucking door at any fucking time. You understand what I'm saying? Which shouldn't be accessible like this. You know what I mean? Growing up in the States, if I'm running late, I ain't going through the front. I'm going through the fucking side door to try to get to my class as quick as fucking possible.
I don't think my doors were locked, man, except the front doors.
So
yeah.
I'm telling you.
I don't know what school you went to, Bam. I don't know.
I'm telling you. But
was it school?
Teachers with kids.
The mall's not the school. You know that, right?
And you got teachers with guns, and you got students, and you see how the students already treat the teachers. They ready to punch the teachers right in the fucking mouth these days. The kids have no fucking respect anymore. You understand? So
now, would you punch a teacher in the mouth knowing she has a gun?
Now, see, is that now brought me back to that. Is that a perfect example for your kid to be in?
Well, as of right now, there's no fucking example.
Threatening the students with guns. That's no.
It's like, if you don't sit down, I'm going to my drawer.
So, but if the teacher's armed and ready to shoot another armed suspect,
not ready to shoot anybody. This is for emergencies only.
Well, see, everybody says
if you get an F, you get one in the knee. You know what I mean?
So your class is beating your ass, so you're not going to shoot some
Yeah, probably.
You see what I'm saying? It's bad. It's not right.
What the fuck? So it's a lose-lose. So now you don't want to arm. So what's your solution, Bam?
I don't have one. I just, like I said, I think they should reexamine how they conduct the schooling. Like the school should be a little more secure in that sense, where if you can't get in the school,
what do you get? Some snipers on the roof, or what do you do?
I don't want to say treat them like a fucking prison either, right? You know what I mean?
You are.
But it's hard to find that balance, right? Because kids should feel safe at where they at in school.
The parents should also feel safe that their kids are at school.
Yeah, I agree. But where's the happy medium in there? I don't know. Especially when it comes to that. So the school board needs to think of something different. Instead of saying, "Hey, every teacher get a fucking gun," and now they just got a wild out fucking corral going on.
In reality, this shit shouldn't be fucking happening anyways.
It shouldn't, but you know, we put these fucking assholes in fucking office, and we tell these assholes to go after the gun maker, and they like, we can't because the gun
Like,
maker
am I
going
a
to pay for my
dickhead for
campaign.
thinking that like this dude shot kids and then he got arrested or get what? Like, I would still even go talk to the parents. Like, I need to know more. You know what I mean? Like, how did this person turn in like this? Was it because of them two or his mom or dad? Like, what? Like, it has to be more depth. Like,
Right.
They never gonna let you in that deep.
but then that's the whole fucking thing. It drives me bananas in the fact that like it's just like, oh, it's like either we caught him or we shot him. But it's like, cool. What the fuck? I've never been, Bam. You know, I'm not a curious guy. I'm not a nosy guy. But when it comes to weird shit like this is like, I need to know what the fuck were you thinking,
Yeah.
and how did you become like this? Like, it drives me crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you should definitely like find out more so that it could be preventable.
Armed officers at the schools. Yeah, Bam's trying to turn school into prison. Yes.
I'm not. I'm
Yes,
not.
he is.
I'm not. I'm just saying there
One
should be
by
a happy
one.
medium somewhere along the lines, man. There's got to be something, you know.
Yeah, it should never happen again, ever.
You know.
I hope to God it doesn't happen again. You know what I mean? And if it did ever happen again, it's got to be less. It can't be 19 kids. Like, it cannot be this much. Like, it has to be nipped in the ass. And I don't know, because if you looked at, like, what was it? Like, he had, like, I don't know, Twitter or some sort of account saying that what he was going to do. Like, maybe people should take this social media shit a little more seriously. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, they got no choice now.
you got
know
no
what I mean?
choice.
You got no choice. And the problem is everybody is bolstering, and everybody, and the funny thing about it is nobody can tell me he didn't rat himself out, because he ratted himself out by saying, I'm going to do this, I'm like this, I'm crazy, blah blah blah. Nobody's paying attention to this, but so much people say this shit that people don't think it's, oh yeah, fuck him, he ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I mean?
Calling
When
the
back-
bluff, huh?
Yeah. Where when we grew up, if you heard a rumor of somebody talking shit about you, you're going to check that person. What's this? What's this you got a problem with? You know what I mean? Now, you know, oh, this person said something.
Well, it's because everyone's expressing what they feel that moment on social media, right? So now, Katrella, do you think social media is a part of this nonsense? Do you think, like, was this? I'm not even making excuses, but I mean, could someone be driven to insanity of being teased or bullied that they're like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna take it out on some people"? Like, do you think social? Yeah, because back in the day, if I like social media for me would have been, I think, a complete disaster in both scenarios, me and towards me. But now it's
should definitely. I mean, even when I was in, let's say, elementary school, a little bit older, I don't know. I remember, like, even if you get like a mean text message and you show the principal, they're gonna address it. You know, like something's gonna be done. Like, that's totally unacceptable. If that's public too, on social media platform, like, I don't know how it was ever gets that far to the point where it's just ignored, and then
that blows my mind. It absolutely blows my mind. But you're probably right, Bam. It's a bluff. Yeah, he ain't gonna do shit. He never
Yeah,
did.
but
He
see,
probably
that's
talked
the
a lot of
problem.
it. But
The times has changed. You know, people on social media so much has no interaction or social skills anymore. You understand? They only interact online and so on and so on and so on, to the point where they feel like they can do something. You know what I mean? Before, somebody says something, we in a crowd, someone say something, you address it right then and there. You know what I mean? Now,
but
you know,
I see. I don't get me wrong. I see exactly what you're saying, but I think these people that do this nonsense, this stupidity, the dumbest thing I've ever witnessed on planet Earth, I don't think they're social enough to be out in a crowd or say things like that. I really don't think they're that type of people.
and that's why they on the computer saying what they saying, and then
Fair enough.
coming out when they do come out.
Fair enough.
If they saying what they saying on the computer and nobody's taking them serious,
Yeah.
then they want to take it to that next step. You understand what I'm saying? But
trying to
if
help.
Okay,
you know,
I'm gonna pull a fucking asshole question to both of you.
go.
Growing up, did you ever thought about someone that you knew or was in your school that might be one of those shooters? Did you ever have that? I wouldn't have been surprised if he did it. Because I did.
A few that were questionable, but never thought about it back then. That would ever be something when when you're young in school. About it now, I'd go back and be like, oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, maybe a little older. Now you're like, he was a
I
little
would-
bit.
Kid, I would never think about ever anybody doing something like that.
Bam. Yeah, you can answer it, Bam. Don't deny this one.
What? No. See,
Did your computer
she's got
just
one.
freeze when he was about
She's
to
got-
answer? Okay.
No. She's got one way of looking at it in that sense, but me on my end is like, he really did what? You understand what I'm saying? I've been through he really did what? You know what I
Really?
mean? Oh yeah.
Wow.
Just
Okay.
boom bang. Like I said, I grew up different. I see a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, why he did it, I can understand it to some degree. He could have handled it different, yes. But
Wow.
situations put it in that scenario where it was like, he did what? Or she did what?
Okay. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It-
That's interesting.
Or it's something happened later on. It started in school, like,
I don't know. There's been a few people like, but she's right though. It wasn't at the moment. I wasn't thinking that shit at the moment because you're a little more blissed at the moment, right? Yeah.
And
But later on, you're like, you start seeing some shit, and you're like, man, I know a guy that might have been that dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
it's.
certain
Yeah.
trips that are like,
I had friends that went to another high school, to talk to some ladies. High schools always fight and argue with each other,
the competitiveness. Yeah.
Yeah, next thing you know, the corner getting shot up. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, they did what? You know what I mean? So they there. They all there. It's just a matter of how the interaction becomes.
All right. As
You know
much
what I
as
mean?
we agreed and disagreed on a lot of things, we all agreed that the safety of like a gun needs to be fucking in place of some sort, a
Big time.
thumbprint or some shit. It has
Big
to be
time.
done.
Big time.
And it's I think that you're 100% right. You brought this up more than once, ma'am. It's
Oh,
it's an actual fact. If we
gun
can lock
makers,
our phones
the
with
gun-
their face and unlock them and shit like that, and you know what I
gun
mean? Like,
makers.
come on, man. You're gonna tell me that you can't put a safety on and your thumbprint or whatever the fuck it is
Well,
can't open it?
I mean, literally, the
It's
only
on- it's
safety
the
on a
dog-
gun is a little up there. That's it.
Because if guns had things like that, it'd be useless stealing them. You know what I mean? It'd be absolutely useless. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then 100% accidents. I can't say 100%, but it would be on a higher percentage that less accidents would actually happen. At least
Yeah.
we all agree on that.
Accidental shootings. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
a gun
you're kind of blind.
collector.
I don't want you aiming, so that's,
know,
I'm not going in the room
yeah,
with Bam. That's for sure.
absolutely.
No, but you got a gun collector who collect guns and just happen to have a bad day and put his gun down and forgot. His kid pick it up, bang. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't know, man. It's just a lot of shit, and I think the gun companies should turn up.
Yeah,
the game
and you're right.
big
They
time.
should be liable,
Mm-hmm.
accountable. They should be. But unfortunately, they just make millions of dollars the next day like nothing ever happened. So it's pretty
That's right.
disgusting. So
You know.
Katrella, in Miami, are you guys feeling the raft of the gas prices like we are?
Absolutely, we are. It is bad.
Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how the hell do they? They're like, here they like to promote the staycation. You know, I'm definitely staying home because I can't afford to drive anywhere anyways. So what do they expect us to do? Like me and Bam were looking at trips on for December, and the fucking prices are skyrocketing. You know what I mean? Like,
Everything's expensive right now, and it's insane. It's like getting ridiculous. The gas, the rent over here too. It's just everything keeps rising.
So you have the same issues, and it's I don't understand how anyone like I got a raise at work. I'm telling you, dollar for dollar, I will make less money than last year because of how expensive things have gotten this year.
Yep.
Likewise, I'm in the same situation.
With 2 raises, I got 2. I was that good this year, Bam. I got 2 raises, and I'm poorer than I was last
And
year.
boy, last year, that's
I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? Well, I saw my friend Carlos said he lost the weight. I was like, damn, I got no choice. You know?
Yeah, right? Can't do
choice.
more.
Gotta skip a meal. Gotta
I
skip a
have to
meal.
get to work. You know what I mean? It's fucked up.
No, yeah, it's getting really, really bad over here as well, and I don't see it getting any better anytime soon.
And where you're from, like, you know what I mean? Like boating and shit. People have boats, and it's nice. You have the beautiful ocean, and like, I bet you
they
people are
fuck.
not taking as many trips out there anymore. It's unaffordable now, right?
Well, like we were so packed down here over, the winter months, and then now it's pretty empty, to be honest. There's not as many people as they say they are, and the rent keeps rising anyway. But it's really not that busy over here.
That is fucking bananas, man.
Pretty
What are such a beautiful place like Miami. It's insane. Now, Bam,
Well,
gas prices are going up, man.
yep,
Is the electric car the way to go?
yep. I'm
Because
telling you now.
Bam's the electrician, right? We got to ask him.
I'm telling you, go electric. I'm
Go
telling you, you go electric, you're gonna pay money now, but it's gonna save you on the long run because everything is going electric, regardless.
Okay, so are you saying that we're getting forced to go electric? Is this? Of
In
course
a
we
sense,
are.
In a sense, yes, because the gas reserves are going to run out regardless. Even if it don't happen in the next 100 years, it's going to happen. We only got so much on this fucking planet. You get me? And energy runs the world. Period.
Yeah.
You need gas, you need this, you need that. But if you get an electric car, you just eliminated the gas. And that's what's going to happen. We're going that way. The gas companies are raising the fucking price to get all their money so they can start investing in fucking solar and wind and whatever the case may be to generate this electricity. I'm telling you. That's what's happening.
Okay.
You know, the only thing that's stopping everything is the infrastructure. You know what I mean? There's no electric chargers everywhere they need to be.
Yeah, there isn't. Yeah, that's right.
That's the only thing that's fucking it up.
Now, Katrella, in Miami, have you noticed people have been driving more electric cars?
No, and I don't think it's a good solution either, because what if the power goes out and then you're stuck right now?
That's another good one.
It's the same thing as you run out of gas. You got no power. You're done. You're screwed. You know what I mean? Literally, you're done. You're on the side of the road like fuck.
It's something that we can, control a little bit more as individuals, having a backup of gas, but power, electricity is something that.
Now, if you go solar,
you go solar.
You're not the person who's going to control. Solar, I think, is a better solution. Absolutely.
Okay, I looked into solar because I get weird like that, and I want to know. I'm always trying to be like, well, I want to eat a few meals this year, so I went and looked solar, and dude, it takes a lot of panels and a super expensive battery.
Yeah.
To power your car.
Yes.
So I don't feel like that's a huge investment I saw. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, eventually, that the battery in your car is eventually going to crap out.
Of course.
And the battery that you're using with the solar panel is going to fucking crap out too.
In time, depending on.
We're going to use it every fucking day.
It also depends on where you at in the world as well, because the temperature determines how your battery life lasts. If it's colder, it's gonna be a problem. You know what I mean? Where she's at, you're gonna have a good lifespan with your battery.
Right, and I think that we should have multiple options. We shouldn't just put our eggs all in one basket either until the technology gets to where it needs to be in order to.
It's there. It's just the people don't want to put the money behind it.
Well, first of all, it's do you guys ever take a look at a Tesla? It's not cheap.
Yeah, it's extremely pricey. Right.
So you're telling me I'm saving
now?
If the Tesla is a little over $900, and I'm paying less than $900 with my car payment and gas a month, where the fuck am I saving?
You're not.
You're not saving?
No.
I don't think so.
No. Oh, okay. Well.
Dude, I've done this math. I've been trying. I've been trying to make the next move to be like, all right, I'm gonna try and invest into something. This isn't it. This is like, I'm just like, fuck, it's really expensive. Or they
now it is.
Or they fucking. You ever see those electric cars? They made it so ugly design. It's a little piece of shit that's gonna get stuck in a snowbank. Like, you're just like, I can't buy this. Like, I'm not getting into this. I'm probably bigger than the car. That one's probably $30,000. I don't want that one. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't want that one.
Okay.
So I look at a decent Tesla, not even the nice ones, and it's like, what the fuck? I can't pay this.
Well, this is true because everything. The same thing when 4K TVs came out. The shit was so fucking expensive.
Okay.
And then the price went down. Did it not? Just give it a minute.
But is it going to go down? Okay, a TV is not a need though. Like a car is like, I needed to go to work.
Yes, a car is
so
a need.
why? But if I need to get a car to get around, why would they bring it down if I need it?
Well, because the making of it's just a matter of making the cars. Now, I was about to point that out. Now, how the impact on the world going to be of making electric cars, because they have to mine for minerals and stuff like that,
of course,
to make these batteries. So I don't know what type of ecological impact it's going to have on the world. I can't speak on that. But all I know is everything's going to go down once they start mining the right materials to get the job done.
Okay,
now they can produce more at cheaper. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
It'll be easier. Right now, everybody's experimenting with different types of batteries and hydrogen. They're trying to do water, you know what I mean, for battery power. You get what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of which way they're going to go and how they're going to find the right way.
I want your opinion. I want you guys to answer this. Once, let's say we do go electric, 10, 15, 20 years, we're stuck. We're all buying fucking cars. We all have Teslas. We're all plugging them in at home. You don't think that our government is going to fuck us on the electricity afterwards?
Absolutely, they will.
Of course they are.
Controlled, and that's very scary.
Well, you control that.
And that's another, and it goes from one to another now. It's gonna be like, wow, listen, now you're gonna use this electricity, the power grid, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm. But
You guys all remember? Katrella, you were here when we had the blackout in Ottawa, right?
Oh, which one?
The blackout, the whole eastern web.
Yeah,
the whole
yeah.
grid went. Okay, so like, this is them telling us to take down our air conditioning and don't use them on peak hour. Now imagine we all have fucking electric cars with our ACs running now. Like, come on, this is bad. This is not good.
Yeah, it's set up for disaster.
And it's going to cost us a lot of money to make sure that we're running this.
With the weather in Canada the way it is, it's very unpredictable and it gets real nasty sometimes and storms, and that's it's something we live as Canadians.
In your house, if you plug in your fridge and turn on your blow dryer, do you not trip the breaker?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what happened with the blackout. Everybody with fucking ACs tripped the fucking breaker.
Yeah, and that's without one electric car that was back then being plugged in.
The demand was higher than what it was producing.
Okay.
And the only reason why is because the world only produced X amount of electricity because they're banking on this gas. You get what I'm saying? That's the only reason why that happened. Because
so what will happen if we all got electric cars?
And they're going now this is where the solar's come in. That's just why they keep telling everybody, let me put solar panels on your house. We're going to sell you back the electricity a little cheaper. They building the grid bigger. You understand? In a sense, everybody's helping the grid in that manner, which I strongly recommend don't put them panels on your fucking roof. Okay? I strongly recommend you don't, because that's wear and tear on your fucking house, and they're not going to fucking pay for it. You get what I'm saying? In the end, you lose. If you got a big backyard, throw those motherfuckers on the ground in the backyard.
Okay, Katrella, you're going to put some fucking solar panels in your backyard, all right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to put them in there for you. We're going to get you have a backyard back there. I'm just saying. So we're gonna stick some solar panels, all right? You're going to generate $300 a month worth of electricity from me, but I'll give you $50. So we're going to get pimped by the sun. You know what I mean? By our own government again.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop.
Now, you can also be off the grid, but the problem is
we're gonna get arrested.
They put these fucking. It's not arrested. You probably get fined because they put.
So they're not really trying to solve the problem. They're just trying to control it more.
They're trying to solve their problem.
These laws,
not ours.
These laws been in place because the government's always trying to make money one way or another, right? So the matter of, they can't tell you can't put solar panels in the backyard and be able to switch off and on from the grid or not. You get what I'm saying? But by law, you have to be connected to the grid they will call it safety reasons. If it's cold, you got to have a source of power income coming into your house. This is what they say. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? But if you went out and bought all this stuff and put it there, you can hit a switch and don't have to use their power. Long as that piece connected to your house is there, they can't tell you nothing, because you can do what you want in your house when you want, how you want. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to be connected to the grid with the solar panels. You see what I'm saying? There's options there to a certain degree, right? So let's say, you get home, you want to charge your Tesla, switch it over, let the solar fucking panels charge your fucking Tesla. So that costs you nothing besides the money you bought to pay for the fucking solar panels.
And the fucking Tesla. Dude, not cheap. Not cheap, right?
I know. And I will go.
But I'm thinking when it goes electric,
half and half.
You have to understand that now. I'm just thinking about like things that will never exist again. Like an oil changer is a place to change your oil. Mechanics are only going to be people that change brakes and tires and windshields now.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
They're going to have to learn electronics. They're going to all have to become electricians in a sense, right? If they're going to deal with cars, right? Now would
electricians be, you know what I mean, be easier to teach how to do a brake change and tire change than it would be for a mechanic to become an electrician now?
Well, you got the electrical mechanics.
Now, now are you guys big on this global warming thing at all?
The world needs help, man. The world needs help.
But the thing, so like I thought that I'm trust me, I like to know and yes, I love this because I'm the fence guy right now. I'm the guy that's on the fence. I say, there's fucking global warming, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. But then they always say it hasn't been this hot for 101 years. So what the fuck happened 101 years ago?
Right.
Didn't have this many people in cars on the road. So what was that issue back then? Mm-hmm. So those types of stats always brings me back going.
I agree with you. It's just it doesn't make sense to me, and because I think it's the cycle of the world.
And it's like then they're showing the ice caps are melting. Maybe you're right. Now,
I don't know. Being in Canada, I still get just as cold every winter. So
yeah, trust me, I've been fucking praying for global warming through December
right.
through April. I haven't gotten yet.
Then they call it climate change.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. But Bam, that's what when they bring up stats of things that happened years and years ago. What the fuck was the problem then that caused that to happen?
I don't know.
They're like,
All I
we
know,
gotta get rid of the
even with-
horses.
even-
They're shitting everywhere. You know what I mean? Like,
you know, even with the stats today, I mean, like I said, who is the one funding the money to come up with these stats? You get what I'm saying? So
good call.
you can't
All
really
the money.
you can't really believe in what these stats are saying. The bottom line is if you bought your house 20 years ago and the ocean was 30 feet away from your house and now it's 5, something's wrong. You understand?
I see your
that
point.
right there will let you know something's wrong because
Yeah.
if it wasn't something happening, why is the ocean 5 feet away from my house? In another 10 years or so, that ocean's going to be in your house.
she's
You get what I'm
thinking.
saying?
She's like, fuck.
I'm like, yeah, no, we live right on the beach here. Like, my view is the ocean. But I don't know. I don't think it's gonna get that bad. And
I don't know. We never know, right? So we won't know until it happens.
Now,
but
don't get me wrong. You stick this many people on planet Earth and the trucks and the airplanes and the cars. It has to affect something. Like we're throwing. Like when we go to Cuba, you ever see that exhaust when people are driving? Like those things are just pile
black
of
smoke
just
burning
blowing up. Like, I'm
oil.
like, oh, so it has to fuck something up. But then again, some places like have enough trees because like it's it's the basic fucking science: carbon monoxide, oxygen, da da da. But again, if you're gonna throw these stats, which you're right, who are they funded by? We don't fucking know.
Right.
But you tell me that this happened 100 years ago. It throws me in a loop of I don't know now.
there's half the people on the planet. Yeah.
Yeah, because
So-
now we have it's way less people. There was not like what a few fucking piece of shit vehicles. Like, come on, like what was the problem then? And were they saying that back then about
Right.
what do you do? Like, come on. So that
I don't know.
I don't
You
know.
I-
But you're right.
honestly,
The
I don't-
ocean. If the ocean got a little bit closer, I'd be fucking asking
Right.
questions.
So you have to see for yourself what's going on, where it's
I'll let you
affecting
know
you.
if it starts to rise. But since I've been here, I haven't noticed at all any changes. It's been 5 years, so
Right. You got people who bought houses
Yep.
who thought their house was nice, but they're in a low fucking water line. You know what I mean? And they get fucking flooded because, hey, if it get extreme, it's going to rise to this point, and their house get flooded, and they complaining. Blah, blah, blah. You knew you was down there in the first place. What the fuck are you doing there? Shouldn't build a house there.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
I get it. You're absolutely right. Be a little bit safe. Like, it just anything could happen. Look at here. You hear places of dams breaking and the fucking water rising. And stay. Yeah, I get it.
right?
But this is what throws me in another loop here. Now, being in Ottawa, we've had some fucked up weather. We've had those tornadoes, and now we just had one about a week ago, and I got some pictures here. All right.
oh wow.
This car's been there for like a week, by the way.
That car would have fucking survived if it was a Tesla.
Damn.
That's how you would call charging a Tesla right now.
Imagine you pay all that money for a Tesla and then
That's a charging station. You know what I mean?
right.
This is Maryville Road.
I have not seen these yet. That's crazy.
Anybody that knows Maryville Road in Ottawa, this is a pretty busy streets with a lot of businesses.
Yeah.
This fucking I remember Bam didn't understand. He's like, "Yo, what do you mean you guys don't have power yet?" Or blah. I said, "Fuck, Google fucking Ottawa Storm and
I didn't know
Maryville." Yeah. This demolished. This is on the other side. This demolished so much. This was another crazy. This is in about 20 minutes away. It ripped off the top of the church with the fucking bell in it.
Oh my god! I remember where that is. Yeah.
This is insane.
wow.
Roots, house, the trees weren't even breaking. Roots were getting peeled.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
That house is fucked.
I was making deliveries, and we're a good friend of ours, Darren, on Uplands, and I took a right. So this hit us on Saturday. This was Tuesday. I remember driving in, and I remember looking around, and there was trees breaking, like that, just destroyed. They cut the part of the tree to let people drive on the roads. Like the tree was still on the sidewalks. Roofs were fucked up, and I went and made a delivery, and I told the guy, I'm like, man, this looks like a war zone. He's like, yeah, you should have been here 2 days ago, because it was 1,000 times worse. And I was like, what the fuck? One of the off ramps, the metal part of the metal fucking electrical fucking post, the big ones with the whole cross. That shit bent over and fucked one. Like, this
That was
is
a
where
bad
now
storm,
this is
boy.
what I think. Now this is where I'm on the fence. It's like, what the fuck caused this shit? Like tornadoes in 2018, and then this. Over 100,000 people out of power.
You know, like just a storm.
This was just technically a storm. There's been talks about a few tornadoes being touched, but they were talking about this was just a storm. We got a couple warnings. I didn't run out of power. I took a nap because I figured if we ran out of power, fuck it. What else was there to do anyways? And then I woke up to the news.
My family didn't lose power either. They're in Orleans.
Yes, Orleans was pretty safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's absolutely bananas. I work right near Maryville, and the amount of traffic it's caused because people are just going all around. Barhaven, Woodruff, and Green Bay they're all shut down. They're shut down for about over a week. So now Barhaven was split that they had to go this way around. Like they had to go around because they couldn't cut through. Dude, it was bananas. I've never seen something like that.
That's crazy.
I have friends of ours that were Alex and Nikki were out of power for 7 days. I knew someone was out of power for 8 days. Now, Jesse's dad borrowed his generator from him, talking about gas. This is hilarious. He was wondering if it was cheaper to throw away the food than it was to run the generator and keep his fridge and freezer. That's how expensive gas has gotten. Who the fuck would have ever said that in the past? Would it be cheaper to throw the shit out?
Oh, shit's getting bad, you know?
So this is where, now that I live here, and I would have never expected this type of weather twice in 4 years. This is there's actually more damage with this storm than there was with tornadoes, which is crazy. But like it took down everything. You know what I mean? Like pass. Like it's just crazy. So now it makes me think maybe global warming is true. I don't fucking know. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is fucked up.
Well, I mean, I've lived through quite a few hurricanes down here. When I first moved here, I was arriving and it was Hurricane Irma right away, and there were trees that were everywhere. But there's always been hurricanes. There's always been tornadoes. There's always been, you know. So I don't think it has anything to do with global warming.
Yeah, but you guys are like, you know, that's that tail end of like that Florida just gets smashed.
Here,
New Orleans is like welcoming. New Orleans welcomes tornadoes. Come here, we're right here. Fuck us up. But Ottawa, we got snow. Leave us alone.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't remember when I was young any tornadoes or stuff like that
Like,
going
leave
on.
us alone, man. Like,
So-
fuck you.
Gone through enough over there.
Okay. So you guys are both Canadians. Here's a question for you. So, let's say 10, 11 years old. Summer done passed, fall hit. When was the first snowfall?
Halloween.
Halloween for sure.
Okay. So now my next question is, when does it snow now?
December. First
You
week.
sure?
I don't
First
know. Haven't been.
Yeah, first week of December.
Yeah,
When
'cause
do
I worked.
when
I got
do-
laid
when-
off November 26th for the winter.
What was it? A light little snow and it went away. I'm talking a snowstorm, something that's like, ain't this a bitch?
Oh, never any snowstorms in Halloween. I just
No. I wouldn't say snowstorm Halloween
that
either.
melts, but they don't stay.
Halloween always sucked. It was always like we were excited as kids, and the
Yeah.
weather was shit, and it was snowing outside. It was like, and it was wet. It wasn't like
Yeah, it wasn't
so
like
you got to be more particular with your question, Bam.
Well, I'm talking February.
first snowfall
when
that's
when February comes around,
Yeah.
you get that 10 to 25 centimeters snow.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Just you know what I mean? It's there for 2 to 3 months. It just piled up. Shit's after people shovel.
But
this
no,
shit
we've
get
been
hot.
pretty good because there's sometimes we kind of jinx ourselves by saying it's not going to be that bad, and then January, the end of January comes around and we get dumped like 3 months worth of snow.
Yeah,
like,
but back when you was 10 years old, you had that snow by Christmas.
yes,
You understand what I'm saying? So
yes, and there's been a
is
few
that-
green
is that-
Christmases
is that,
since.
is that not an indication of the weather changing?
Yes.
Big time. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Because
Bam, Katrella, Bam's been around a long time, man. So it's like when we
I
say
am not
like
that- I am
when
not
we
that
say
old.
100 years ago, he's probably the closest one to
I am-
verify these stats.
I am not that old, and for the people, I'm younger than him.
Oh, he's so full of shit. I'm gonna make clips. You know, I do all the editing, right? I'll show you how old he is with some of the sayings and some of his favorite rappers. I'll show like
Not
maybe a
that
nice
old.
little,
Clay.
nice
Not
little
that
highlight.
old.
But yeah, you're right. I guess if you put it in that sense, yeah, you're right. It's near Christmas now. There's barely any snow. Yeah, I see your
You
point.
know? So I just
Interesting.
find the weather has been changing slightly, but everywhere the weather's been changing slightly. You know what I mean? A little more rain over here
I
than
just kept
before,
thinking my wish was
you know?
coming true. That we're just not gonna have any more snow.
No more
That's
winter.
all I was thinking.
It'd be great.
I was like, damn, yeah, we don't get nothing.
Come
Then you
to
find
the
out
war.
another country that gets it.
Right.
You don't get that other country that gets your snow, and you're like, yeah, fuck you, get it. You know what I mean? Vancouver gets dumped on. You're like, that's my greediness, man.
It's just nice to know what's causing all of this. This way you can prevent it. You know what I mean? So
It could be the fucking cars. I don't know. You're right.
be.
The weather's different. Now, if you break it down in that sense, I like that. It's true. This is sometimes it doesn't matter how different it is. We kind of get used to it, right? Like you know what I mean. You're right. But I remember Christmas. There was one year our friend Terry's cousin came down from France. He wanted to move to Ottawa, right? And he comes down. And he's all excited. And it's summertime. And we're at my parents' house, and they had this like a Mac with a like the screensaver in the back, and it was one of those years that it like snowed the most. And it's my dad shoveling outside, and he's sitting on the chair, and he looks over it, and he starts to realize that like that's my house, right? And he's like, and he just gasps for air, and he's like, "Is that here?" And I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "Fuck!" Like he didn't want to live here no more. Unfortunately, it was
crushed his
never.
dreams.
It was never, ever as bad as that. But, I mean, his face was like, yo. Uh-oh, Jesse. Jesse's saying, Band will qualify for senior discount, bro.
Hey, fuck you.
Facts, man, facts. So, Katrella,
It's true. It's true.
since last time we talked, what have you been up to?
Oh, I've been up to a lot. I started a new company down here. It's called Industry 3. It's my event production company.
Nice.
So I've been focusing a lot on that. I have a weekly party at this club down here in South Beach. It's called Treehouse. Every Thursday, I do my party there. And, I've been DJing a lot around here and focusing a lot on that. And I'm starting my record label soon, and I'm going to be releasing a lot of music through that.
Good.
Nice.
Through my event production company will be Industry 3 Records. So I'm really focusing on that and showcasing a lot of the talent in Miami that's like local to here because there's so much of it.
I could imagine.
So much of it. And these kids, they don't really know how to get themselves out there, a lot of them. So I'm kind of taking them in and going to get it out there and, showcase a lot of that.
What made you do that? What made you say, this is what I want to do?
Well, I didn't really have another choice when everything closed down over here for 2 years. So we had to get creative. We rented out our own spaces, our own venues, and started producing our own events until the nightclubs reopened. And through that, I created the company that took off.
That's
and
awesome.
It went really well. And then when the nightclubs reopened, we moved into the nightclubs.
So how is the nightclubs adapting to your new company?
Well, it's kind of just operating the same way. It's like a promotion company. And then also on the side, I do corporate events. So I'll completely manage and produce other people's events. I get requests and then I'll manage people's events for them, people who want to throw a party but don't have any experience doing it.
Nice.
Or, I have a very large network of resources and people down here now so that I do have those contacts. I'll be like, okay, I know the perfect venue for this event. I have speakers, I have lighting, I have everything.
Yeah.
So, we just send over our clients to the right people and our right partnerships that I work with. So that's going really well for me. And that's what I've been up to a lot.
Good.
Now on Instagram, I see some DJs in Miami putting, we're throwing an event. This is like COVID times, and it says, to be determined location. How the fuck does that work? By the way,
why my company was one of the first ones to be.
How do I get the actual address?
Then we have a lot of promoter chats on WhatsApp and whatnot, and Instagram, and the addresses were getting out through that. But we started these parties in these warehouses. There was like a main road over here, 7th Ave, and on the corners, like every warehouse was turned into these huge parties. But you'd kind of know where you were going, and you could always tell by the flyer who's playing which person's party it was and which address they were going to. Okay. So it was just kind of word of mouth, but it turned into this huge underground scene here in Miami. And it was crazy. Like, I honestly feel like we should have made a documentary around that time.
Oh, for real?
Crazy things that went on behind the scenes and that we had to deal with, and restructuring and organizing it all, and it was just crazy.
Well, it sucks because it's like it would have been such cool footage, but
Yeah.
It's still
Really
like at that time it was a no.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's why there was none, because we were not really supposed to be doing that. But the consequences are, we never did anything illegal, but the police would come. The consequence was just shut down your party, and there everybody go home.
But it's just the fact, like, because I was always curious because I'd see these things like 2B2. I'm like, damn, how are they doing this? And I didn't want to be the guy that asks, and then they got shut down.
So a lot of our little companies, promoter companies, were private pages at the time too. And then, there was a lot of drama between some of the companies, and then one person would call the police on one when there was something else going down, and it was just stuff like that. But yeah, snitches, exactly.
Yep.
We had to deal with some of them if there was competition or this, but in the beginning there was no competition because we were the only ones doing it. But then everybody started doing it, and then everything got real crazy down here for a little bit.
See, I've been in the game so long that I don't even ask questions, even though it's not even my city. I don't even want to be a person that was like, well, actually, I let DJ Deuce, what the hell's going on? All of a sudden, we got shut the fuck down. You know what I mean? I didn't even want to be put in that list. I was like, don't ask. I'll ask
we had 700 people at one point coming to these parties. Like, it was.
I don't know. I get paranoid on that shit when people are like doing something illegal and they want to tell me. I'm like, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I don't even want to be a suspect. I don't want to know nothing.
We were pretty smart about it though, because we were doing our parties in certain zip codes where there were different. I don't know. It's really weird over here with the counties. Like you have your Miami-Dade had a different law, and then this Miami, and then Miami Beach was different. So it was very a gray area. So that's kind of how we got away with doing a lot of it, because I would never do anything illegal. Personally, I would never jeopardize my work visa, first of all. And then I would never jeopardize that. So we were very strategic about where we were having these parties.
Katrella had the back door open. It's like, I was not here.
Yeah, no, actually, we had curtains and we had gates.
Yeah. The light shut off. She just vanishes into the night.
And everybody hide. Like, you could hear a pin drop in the middle of this warehouse, and there was like 800 people there. Like, everybody knew. Like, we had a whole system.
It's just you float through the night back behind the scenes, and then you post a picture of yourself on the couch just in case they were trying to.
Was never there.
Hey man, I was at home. I don't know what I was talking about.
Well, it did happen once where the police did come to one of my events that we were doing at a art studio at a gallery. And it wasn't nothing too crazy, but it was a very important party. It was Marco Carollo's party. We were doing a music on party, and my company was hired to manage it for them. So we did, me and my partner, but the police came, and at the time, they weren't allowed to come in. Like, the governor put out the executive order already, but the local government was trying to enforce it still. So I literally went up to the police officers. I'm like, hi, my name's Katrina. Like, this is my party. Like, I know I'm not doing anything illegal. Why are you here? And what law are you enforcing? And, they were forced to walk out because I knew we didn't do anything wrong.
Their real answer was like, I'm bored to death. Let me in.
They were like, there's a curfew. I'm like, well, there's an executive order. So...
Who would have ever thought through all our lives that we would have went through some pandemic bullshit like this? Like it would have never. We've had some drunken conversations, man, but this was not one of them.
Nope.
Imagine that the whole world would shut the fuck down for 2 years. Like I would never even a thought.
Yeah, like we really lost so much time. So I look back, I'm like, oh my god, that was 2 years ago. I thought it was yesterday, but it's like we literally were robbed a year.
Oh, easy, absolutely easy. A good year, for sure. We even went to Cuba recently, and we went in April, and they haven't recovered at all. Like it's fucking brutal. Yeah. Like they had like no water, no food. Like our resort fed us. It was good.
Out of beer.
They ate bottles of beer. We're like, where the fuck's your
Cuba situations? I have a lot of Cuban friends over here since I'm in Miami, and a lot of them have family members back there, and it's very sad.
It's definitely. If it was, we brought some people there for the first time, and it's definitely not what I was trying to introduce them to. Like everyone was hustling. Like some guy tried. In Dominican, they're aggressive. They're aggressive, but I never had someone try to sell me weed while I was swimming in the ocean until I went to Cuba. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
I've been once in Jamaica.
Jamaica makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
But it was so like I was like, bro, really? Like I was like, oh man, like it's definitely hurting. The pandemic definitely slowed them down. It's not they're not doing too well. Yeah, it's definitely a different spot. But that it's affected everyone. It is.
I haven't been home in
definitely
3 years almost. I want to come visit, but it's just been so crazy. You know, with all the regulations and the rules all the time.
Nah, all that shit's up now, so you're good to go. I don't know if you're vaccinated or not. That's the only little tweak. That
but doesn't that matter? Don't you just get some tests if you're not?
Yeah,
you get a test. If you're not,
they're doing tests now.
I have no idea.
They randomly selecting people for it, right? So, you come back.
Jesse got randomly selected on the way back.
Right. So, you take the test and you leave the airport. You know
what I mean? Which is so fucking weird. Yeah, you just leave and then they're like, yeah, you don't have it. But even though you're mingling with everyone else while on the way out, it's
like you might have just let it out.
It's so stupid. It's such a broken
they're not
system.
They're not taking everybody from the plane and quarantining them in the hospitals and all that bullshit.
So
what's you come down and visit sometime, and are you gonna plan on DJing a night? Are we gonna strong arm Elon or what?
Can't wait to come back and play.
Yes.
It's been too long. It's been way too long. I would love to get back.
That'd be nice. You get down here, we all come out.
This summer, I'll be able to come down and do a couple shows.
That'll be good. You got to keep us posted. Definitely got to keep us posted.
Come through.
100%. I'm gonna try to plan something.
Yes, I'm going to visit Bam in Halifax.
Yeah.
Canada Day weekend.
Yeah.
Don't know what I'm doing. You better show me a good time.
Yeah, well, I'll show you. The
I
best
say this,
I'll
but
show you
I'm the one talking to the clubs and DJs about getting us. See, Bam just make sure his only priority is he's making sure we're not walking. That's all.
We'll get where we're going.
I get it. Katrella, it's so awesome to have you back on. It's nice that you're doing extremely well since last time we talked.
That's good. Yep.
You know what I mean? Keep doing, man. You've been someone that's been striving every time. You know what I mean? You went from DJing in Ottawa and you're like fucking straight to Miami. Now you're killing it out there. I love it.
Thank you so much.
Keep doing your thing.
But so what's your plans for the future though? You plan on going to California?
No, I'm really
staying there.
I am down here. Is continue taking over the Miami scene and making it better, not just taking it over. Making it better. And there's a lot of things here, but there's just so much opportunity. There's a lot of bullshit associated with the nightlife industry over here and the music scene, but it's exactly where I need to be. I have so much opportunity here that I don't have other places, especially in the house music industry specifically. That you don't get anywhere else.
I never got to ask you this last time. Do you get a little bit of hate that you're from Canada? No?
I mean, people are mostly just like, oh, I'm sorry to hear.
What?
I wouldn't say so much hate, but it's like, oh, or if I say I'm from Ottawa, they're like, oh, where's that? And I'm like,
I know.
Canada.
Like, Florida's ran by Canadians, by the way.
Canadians here, they really do. They're always like, oh, Canadians are so nice. Like, that explains why you're nice and stuff like that. But I don't get any hate on it.
I'm just saying, because I just feel like, you're DJing in my city. Some cute little girl comes in. She starts stealing my gigs. You know what I mean?
Well, I've been here for 5 years. Physically, I moved here 5 years ago.
Fair enough.
Like I'm fresh meat anymore. But also before I did move here, I was working with the radio station down here for a long time from back home. So I already had my name out here for a few years before I even came here.
Gotcha.
So I don't really advertise too much. Like, hi, I'm from Canada, but
you are. It doesn't matter where you're from. I totally trust
look like I'm from Miami.
It's like, fuck, this is what I am and this is what I'm doing. Leave me alone. No, I get that. I just want to know if there's.
No,
that's good.
Here, I don't think there's no hate or against any.
Because you know what I mean. Like the DJ scene is tough. You know what I mean. There's a certain amount of clubs. There's a certain amount of events. And there's a billion DJs. Not saying they're all good. Some have to stand head above with the others.
Very hard to find quality. Ever since I've been programming the nightclub consistently on a weekly basis, it's very hard to find talent that is reliable, good at it, not lazy, and it is very difficult with all the talent. But I do have some really, really talented individuals that I would love to showcase more. They're just
amazing.
hard to find, but they're definitely here.
Okay.
See, I just keep thinking and keep thinking. I got more questions now because COVID now led us to more streaming like this. Like on any of your events, do you ever plan on doing a live stream while you're doing an event now? Like because this is something that they technically pushed on us.
Well, I'm doing my first performance in the metaverse coming up at the end of the month in Decentraland. I've yet to do it, so I don't know what to expect exactly. But I got hired for this gig, so I'll be doing that. I believe I will let you guys know when I have more information, but there's tickets available for it, and we haven't done the tech, sound check and everything yet, but I'm really excited. It's gonna be cool. I know you've done one,
Good,
Steve
good.
you did one. Yeah.
My head
I'm
almost
definitely
blew.
gonna ask questions. I'm definitely gonna ask questions about that. How that shit even work? But anyways,
I have yet to learn myself, but I think it's pretty much just like a green screen, and I'll be DJing from home, like here, wherever I set up. And then I think they have like an avatar or something, and some of the cameras watching you, and kind of as you're moving, it does what you're doing.
This is fucking crazy.
And then people buy tickets, and they can join with their avatar.
Wow.
Yeah, I know there's some. I watched a couple examples on YouTube of past events that they've done. So, but yeah, no, haven't done it yet, but excited to try it out.
okay.
Definitely, you're definitely coming back on once you do that. I need to know
But
more.
it's not something that I would want to want the world to go in that direction. Only I want to play live shows forever.
Of course, the energy's
it's cool, but I definitely don't think that society should only focus on doing.
Oh, it's nice to have those type of options. I mean, if you can't be somewhere particularly, you know what I mean? If you can't make it to Europe or something, you can boom, screen it in, boom, bang, bang, right?
There, say your favorite DJ's on tour and you can't be there that night. That's definitely a cool thing to have.
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. You took my question to a whole nother level now.
Yeah.
You're just let me edit this and ask the new question, all right? Because that was fucking all right. That's super dope. But I need to know more. Once you do this, you need to come back on and give me a little segment on this meta.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk.
I gotta look more. I gotta look this metaverse thing up a little bit more too. Like, what the fuck is going on over there?
Not only the one metaverse, like Facebook went and did all the meta stuff, but there's other metaverses that people are building. I actually know one of them. There's a lot of tech people down here right now that are building all this technology and these metaverses and whatnot. So
fucking
heard
cool.
a lot about it, but I don't know too much.
I love it.
Yeah.
Technology, I know I'm getting old, not as old as Bam, when I'm just God damn, that shit's scary. When technology becomes scary, you hit a certain age, you're like, oh, you know what I mean? But it's super, super dope. I love hearing that, man. But I definitely need to get you back on once you do this. I want to know what your experiences were like. I want to know what other people's.
Well, you may be able to just watch it too. I'll definitely share the link and stuff when I know more, and we'll talk about it. Yeah, for sure.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yes.
I love a third opinion because sometimes me and Bam, I just want to, if I could punch him through the screen, I would sometimes. So it's nice to have a third to balance it out a little bit. I like it. I like it. Guys,
we wanted
you so much.
We wanted you. Yeah.
Always a pleasure.
All
Katrella,
right.
keep killing it, please. Keep killing it for us. And when you come down, let us know. I'm there. All right?
Well, thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure.
All
Have a
right.
good night, guys. Peace.
Good.
Bye. Take care.